Thank you all, everybody, for coming. I just want to say a few things before everyone goes. I really appreciate we're all able to practice this together. Um, we're going to continue doing this every day at 8:30 a.m. while we're all stuck at home. I think this is a really constructive use of our time and a great way to start the day. So I do hope to continue seeing everyone. Remember that Qigong isn't something that you just do once in a while. This is something you need to practice so that you can get stronger and more well-versed in all these movements. The other thing that you want to know is that, like what Mary Frances is saying, mind, breath, and form. So those are the three important things in Qigong. The form, the movements are very easy to do. You can learn that pretty quickly. The mind takes time. So these exercises are meditations. And the mind is like a muscle. So the more you practice these exercises, the easier they become, and the more quiet your mind becomes. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any of us. You can put it in chat as well. But afterwards, feel free to contact us. These videos are going to be made available online. I am going to send a link. We already have the one from yesterday ready to go. So if you do have other things and you can't make a certain day, don't worry. You'll be able to catch up that way. And the last thing I want to talk about before you guys go is just washing hands. That is so important right now to do, but you can't just do it just a little bit. So you do have to do it for 20 seconds because we want to wash your hands. And it's the rubbing action partly that's really helpful. And this virus doesn't take a lot to kill it. You really just need a very mild detergent, like a really simple hand soap is totally fine. You don't need to bleach your hands or nuke your hands or anything like that, okay? You don't even need antibacterial soap. You really just need a simple soap and wash your hands and wash regularly. So 20 seconds basically allows you to lather up, and you want to make sure to get all parts of your hands, not just the fingertips, but you want to get the whole hand. You want to get between the fingers. And you probably want to, if you have nails of any kind, you probably want to trim them so that they don't get stuck under your nails. So try to keep your nails trimmed and clean so that when you're washing, the rubbing action is what's going to get that virus off your hands. And the other thing that you want to do is when you dry your hands, I don't recommend using like a reusable towel at this time because a towel is just going to hold everything. You want to use a paper towel if you can, so that's another part of it is that when you wipe it with the towel, it's gonna transfer all of that gunk onto the towel and you throw that away. If you put it on a reusable hand towel, it's just gonna be stuck in there, and the next time you use it to wipe, some of that's gonna transfer right back to your hand as well. Yeah, I get it's very hard to get paper towels at this time. So if you don't have that, it may be better just to hand dry, again, as opposed to putting it on a towel that's been hanging there for hours or days. So just definitely be careful about that. We don't really need, hand sanitizer is really helpful when you're out and about and you don't have access to a sink. But hand sanitizer still leaves, even though it's a dead virus, a deactivated virus, it just leaves it on your hands. So you don't need to use that when you're at home and when you have access to a sink or soap. So that's just a little tip for the day. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. It's good to see everybody. I'm going to just transfer this to a community chat if anyone wants to talk or ask any questions.